What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to cover on how to become a real estate agent. I've had a lot of people reach out to me on what the process is, how much does it cost, and what's it like being an agent. So I'm going to cover that real quick. I'm going to go over first how to actually become an agent, the steps you need to take, and then I'll cover the cost of each step, and then at the end I'll let you know what it's like actually being an agent. Okay, so first up, which you don't necessarily have to do first, is getting your fingerprint card, and that's a thing for Arizona. And so one thing I'll bring up right now is every state has its own real estate laws, and some have requirements that others don't. For instance, like I said, Arizona requires a fingerprint card, so there are some states that may not require that. All right. So, and you don't have to get your card first thing. The reason I recommend it is because it can take up to a whole month to actually get your card in the mail and just go through the process. It's really easy. It's basically you fill out some form saying that you're not a felon or some sort of criminal, and they do a background check on you, and then you come in, do a drug test, and then you get your little card in the mail. Here, I'll actually show you mine real quick. Bam. Let's see here. So it looks like that, just a little card. But so you get that going at least, and then what you want to do is your actual real estate education. Every state requires some sort of real estate education because obviously as a real estate agent you're going to be handling what most people's largest purchase in their life will be. So you need to know what you're doing, you need to know the real estate laws, and you don't want to be that guy that screws up someone's home sale and cost them thousands of dollars, or worse, you commit some sort of ethical violation. So in Arizona, you need 90 hours of education, and an example of those differing state laws is in Florida, you only need 60 hours. So I'm looking forward to that whenever I actually make my move. So next, you actually sign on with a broker. And so what a broker is basically the person who oversees all the paperwork that a real estate sales agent creates, fills out, and the broker signs off on it. They're also the ones that make sure the money is taken care of as well. And there is one misconception where a sales agent is totally themselves and you don't have to do anything, which is not true. Just because you sign on with a broker, and some brokerages have different laws, or not laws, they got different rules that you may or may not need to follow. But for the most part, brokerages are very lenient. For instance, I'm with EXP and I'm on a team, Evanson Fisher Group, shout out, and I have total freedom to do whatever I want to do throughout the day, which you got to make sure that you don't take advantage of, because it's real easy to be lazy, and in real estate you don't want to be a lazy guy because you won't make any money. For instance, the average real estate agent in 2013, according to the National Realtors Association, only made $47,000 a year, which isn't very much, especially when you consider that a real estate agent really doesn't have a limit to how much money they could make. Right? I know people that have made $120,000 off of just one sale, and commercial agents, but still, that's crazy. When was the last time you got a paycheck that big? So next, you're going to want to get access to the multiple listing service, the MLS, because that's what actually allows you to view all the properties that are for sale or for rent in your local area. And that's how you set up appointments to actually go and view them with your clients. So you'll want to get signed on with that. Next, you'll want to become a realtor. And there is a difference between a realtor and a real estate agent. The biggest part of it is someone who's a realtor is a member of the National Association of Realtors, and a realtor is a real estate agent that's held to a higher ethical standard than a normal real estate agent would be, depending on whatever their state law is. So next, you're going to want to get your lockbox, and pretty obvious, you want to get a lockbox so you can actually sell people's homes and have their keys. So the ones that I got here, they look like this, and it's a electronic lockbox. So you click the shackle onto the doorknob there, and the key goes in on the bottom. And when you're an agent, you can access those basically anywhere because they're electronic. You open them up with your phone, and you don't need a real key, but you do need to have permission from the agent, the listing agent of whatever home you're trying to show. Otherwise, you would be in an ethical violation, and you're in for a fun legal ride. So that's really mostly it. Once you have all those things, all I can recommend is that you hustle your fucking ass off, okay? Because a lot of people have this misconception that being a real estate agent, being a real estate sales agent is similar to being like a car salesman, where people just contact you randomly. Oh, hey, I want to buy a home. I want to go do this. I want to buy this specific home. That's not how it is at all. You have to get out there and find those people, and you got to make those connections, because no one wants to do business with someone on the largest purchase of their life with someone that they don't trust. All right. So you actually have to get out there. You have to prospect. That's why I'm sure all of you have had a phone call from a real estate agent at some point in your life, or you will in the future. And all I can say is try not to be an asshole to them, because that's just the biggest part of their job, is prospecting, finding those people that are looking to do business. Because obviously when you want to sell your home, or you want to go buy a place or rent someplace, you're going to want an agent to help you out with that process. And so obviously you don't want to be a dickhead to the person that's trying to help you. All right. So next I'm going to cover up the fees, and these are just based off of my experience. It depends on what school you go to and what state you're in. So I went through the Arizona School of Real Estate and Business, and for me, my 90-hour course was $435. I did the 9-day crash course, which was 9 business days, 10 hours a day, over Zoom of all things. So I'm just staring at the screen and just getting my freaking face blasted with real estate knowledge. And I actually got my notebook here, and this is actually, so if you can see how thick that is, that's all notes just from a couple of days of school. And so next, signing on with your brokerage is a fee, because a lot of brokerages will pay for your signs, or they'll pay for other things like a website and things like that, like EXP does, right? So this will be the sign-on fee for EXP, which is actually really low compared to others. Because I went with Russ Lyon first, which is another local brokerage here in Arizona, and it was almost $400 with them. So, but what your sign-on fee covers is usually things like your website, business cards, maybe a photo shoot. Like when I was with Russ Lyon, they had a professional website pre-made for me, and they had a website management team. So basically anytime I wanted to edit the website, you just send them an email, they mess with it, fix it up for you. They also paid for my professional photo, which you see on all of my real estate socials and things of that nature. So EXP was really nice because it was a lot cheaper, and you got very similar perks from it. So they also provided me with a professional website, and it looks awesome, it looks clean. So they also provided me with 1,000 business cards, so that was really nice, as well as some signage and things of that nature. So next is MLS. Yes, you have to pay for MLS, which is about $350 for here in Arizona, and I just paid mine last week, so I gotta love that. And then next, getting your lockbox costs some money as well. Getting mine, it was about $100, because when you get your lockbox, typically you're actually buying it. So this is really my lockbox. Now, I don't exactly know what the process will be when I go move to Florida, if I get to take that with me or if I have to return that. So I'll figure that out. But you pay for it, and then you also pay for the service for that, which is like $25 a month. So it's not that bad for that. And don't be afraid of all these fees up front. I know it's about $1,000 just to sign up with real estate, but think of how little you actually pay compared to the potential that you could make. I mean, there's guys that make over $2 million a year just doing real estate sales. That's all they do. So $1,000 to earn 2 million, like, come on, that's nothing. That's an easy day. So definitely recommend it. And this video is already too long, so I'm gonna cut it here. Reach out to me if you have any other questions, and comment below if you like it, and like or subscribe for